In the annals of military history, few names thunder with as much force as George S. Patton, Jr., boy who struggled with books, but his iron will pushed him through. He devoured history not as a series of dates, but as a living tapestry of strategy and bloodshed, seeing himself in the great commanders of antiquity, Alexander, Caesar, Napoleon. This wasn't just admiration. For Patton, it was memory. He believed, with unwavering conviction, that he had fought alongside them, that their blood ran in his veins. His journey began at the Virginia Military Institute, and then the prestigious U.S. Military Academy at West Point. Even there, he was an outlier. While others studied regulations, Patton practiced swordsmanship, becoming the Army's master of the sword and representing the United States in the 1912 Stockholm Olympics in the modern pentathlon. He was preparing not just for a career, but for his destiny. His first taste of real combat came in 1916, under General John J. Pershing, during the punitive expedition against Pancho Villa in Mexico. Leading the first-ever motorized attack in U.S. military history, Patton made a name for himself. When America entered World War I, he didn't just join the fight. He pioneered it. He established the U.S. Army's first tank school, recognizing the future of mechanized warfare when most still saw cavalry as king. In the fields of France, he led from the front, taking a wound that would earn him a Distinguished Service Cross. The Great War was over, but for Patton, it was just a rehearsal. The interwar years were a frustrating period of peace for a man built for conflict. He wrote, he studied, he innovated, constantly refining his theories on armored warfare. He saw the storm gathering in Europe long before others, convinced that another, greater war was inevitable. When the world once again erupted in flames, Patton was ready. He wasn't just a commander. He was an instrument of war, sharpened and waiting. His first major test in World War II came in the dust and heat of North Africa. Operation Torch. The American forces were green, untested, and reeling from an early defeat at Kasserine Pass. Taking command of the Second Corps, Patton was a force of nature. He demanded absolute discipline. Spit-shined boots, neckties in the desert, and an unwavering, aggressive spirit. "We are not here to hold. We are here to attack," he thundered. He transformed a demoralized corps into a lethal fighting machine, driving back the hardened veterans of Rommel's Afrika Korps. Then came Sicily. As commander of the 7th Army, Patton's ambition and aggression were unleashed. In a breathtaking 38-day campaign, his forces swept across the island in a race against his British rival, General Bernard Montgomery. It was a stunning military success, a testament to his mastery of speed and maneuver. But Sicily also revealed the darkness that coexisted with his genius. The infamous slapping incidents, where he struck 2 soldiers suffering from combat fatigue, created a firestorm. The press vilified him. Eisenhower sidelined him. While the world believed Patton was disgraced and finished, he was given a new, secret role, the Phantom Commander. He was placed in charge of the fictional 1st U.S. Army Group, or FUSAG. Stationed in England, this ghost army of inflatable tanks, wooden planes, and fake radio traffic was the centerpiece of Operation Fortitude, the most elaborate deception campaign in military history. The goal? To convince the Germans that the main Allied invasion would come at Pas de Calais, not Normandy. Patton, the man they feared most, was the perfect bait. The deception worked brilliantly, tying down crucial German divisions and saving countless lives on D-Day. After the Normandy breakout, Patton was finally unleashed. Given command of the Third Army, he did what he did best: attack. His tanks blitzed across France at a speed that stunned both friend and foe. His motto was simple: hold them by the nose and kick them in the pants. His relentless drive created a legend. To his men, he was a near mythical figure, demanding the impossible and getting it. Then came the winter of 1944, the Battle of the Bulge. The Germans launched a massive, surprise counteroffensive, catching the Allies completely off guard and surrounding the 101st Airborne at the vital crossroads of Bastogne. When asked how long it would take to turn his Third Army 90 degrees north and relieve Bastogne, he calmly replied, 48 hours. But Patton had anticipated the move. He had already given his staff the orders. In a blizzard over icy roads, the Third Army pivoted and slammed into the German flank, breaking the siege and turning the tide of the battle. It was perhaps his finest hour, a masterpiece of logistical and operational genius. As the war in Europe neared its end, Patton's Third Army plunged into Germany and pushed into Czechoslovakia. He was a man possessed, driven to destroy the enemy completely. He wanted to push on all the way to Berlin, believing it was a mistake to let the Soviets take the German capital. He saw the Soviet Union not as an ally, but as the next great threat, a view that put him at odds with the political high command. His outspoken, anti-Soviet rhetoric and controversial statements about denazification policies once again landed him in hot water. After the German surrender, he was relieved of command of the Third Army and made the military governor of Bavaria, a desk job he despised. The warrior had no more wars to fight. On December 9th, 1945, just a day before he was due to fly home to the United States, fate intervened in the most mundane yet brutal way. On a cold road outside Mannheim, Germany, Patton's staff car was involved in a low-speed collision with an army truck. While others in the car were uninjured, the general suffered a catastrophic neck injury. The almost anticlimactic nature of his death has fueled questions for decades. Yet the mystery endures, a final puzzling chapter in a life defined by drama and controversy. Patton remains one of history's most complex figures, arrogant, profane, and brilliant. A tactical genius who clashed with his superiors, a leader who inspired undying loyalty in his men, and a visionary who saw the future of warfare. He was the thunder of a bygone era, the last of the great romantic warriors, a man who truly believed it was his destiny to lead a great army in a great war. If this hidden story moved you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More forgotten heroes are waiting to be remembered.